A great Wednesday morning. It is midweek. It is hump day. It's Wednesday. We're almost there, folks. We're almost there. And it's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful day. And it's nice weather. And in honor of Frankie, the guy, the person I used to like before, my ex friend, who still is my nephew, that was the weather. How's
Kind
those
of,
friends? How's those friends, man?
kind of chilly.
Is it really?
Kind of chilly. It's good. The sun's out, but it's kind of chilly.
If I leave tomorrow after 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, uh, I should be in Reynos and Cadereyta like at 1, right?
If you leave at what time?
At 10?
Yeah. No, that's 3 hours. Is it 3 hours? It's like three and a half, más o menos. Well, you're driving 3 hours. Yeah, you should be good.
I drive fast. Let me tell you, man, that's one of the things I like about the autopista out there, man.
Yeah.
You hustle. And I like it.
I heard they're trying to bring back the train system.
Yeah, I saw that. They're trying to bring back the passenger train from Matamoros all the way to Monterrey. Let me tell
Yeah.
you, I'm there. Este,
Right?
hell yeah,
I know
bro.
that there's some in the West Coast right now. So they were
Chihuahua,
trying to add some more.
Chihuahua, El Chepe.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I'm actually going to Chihuahua in March,
Oh, really?
and I'm actually going to ride the Chepe. And
I
I'm
heard that
going
was
to,
pretty good, like the famous one.
yeah, I'm actually planning to book the trip this week. Okay, te veo para el blanqueamiento cuando llegues. So I'm planning to
And that ain't teeth.
eh? And that
And I
ain't
ain't talking
it.
about teeth. Yeah.
Oye, me tiene todo loco.
Se fue la onda.
¿Qué fue la onda? No, I plan to take the El Chepe and go to Copper Canyon.
I heard about that one too. I heard that's really nice.
Yeah. So I plan to go with Rigo, Precy's husband,
Okay.
and we're going to
Was that
go.
what the dinner was about?
Yeah, he was begging her for permission. You know about that, right?
Well, look, I don't have to ask. Lo que se ve no se pregunta.
Se pregunta. Tengo que rogarle. But we're going to fly. We're going to fly to Chihuahua,
Okay.
and then and then down to Chepe,
Cool, man.
go down to Caño Dorado, spend the night over there somewhere, come back, worship, and then come back.
Yeah, I seen a couple of pictures from Copper Canyon. It's real nice.
We'll see. But not the problem. It's not. It's not a problem. The
The
thing with
issue.
the Chepe is that it has like three different categories. It's got the ride like if you're riding a stagecoach and so many pesos. Ride
The
happy,
regular people.
yeah, the blue tickets,
Yeah.
and then you got the pinkish tickets, and then you got the orange tickets over here.
Yeah.
The orange tickets are pricey, but you go in un
But
vagon
it's all like they take care of you, on that one. You have like the bed and the meals and everything. That
massage
one's
and
nice. Like
crap.
that for like an anniversary
Pff,
trip. That's awesome.
yeah, me and Rigo.
See.
But it's there. So it's so funny. It's so funny because he goes, "I've never been on a plane." I'm like, "What? You've never been on a plane? It'll be interesting." So it's gonna be an interesting experience for him. So we were planning to go. I'm going to book the luxury suite. It's like $150 or something like that. 160, $70. But you know,
We're
man,
at in Chihuahua.
no, to take the chepe, the
Oh,
luxury
okay.
chepe from
Oh, that's not bad.
you're rich, bro. I think that's a
No,
lot
but
of
you said it's a train trip for $150.
yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with you in the sense that I mean, it's a once in a lifetime experience, What else can you go out there in a luxury little train and go and be pampered and
Did you get a chance to ride the train over there in Peru?
oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, because you have to take the train to get from Cusco to Machu
Aguascalientes,
Picchu.
something like that.
Machu Picchu. I was
Machu
caliente.
Picchu. My bad. My
Well,
bad.
you're right. Well, Machu Picchu, Aguas Calientes, because it's called Aguas Calientes. I'm surprised. I'm glad you know that. But that area is called like thermal waters place because there are a lot of thermal waters there. Yeah, it's got both names, Aguas Calientes and Machu Picchu. That's when we said Aguas Calientes. I was going like, no, that's in Mexico. But I remembered, no, it was also called Aguas Calientes. So you take that train from Cusco to Machu Picchu, which is the
Yeah.
city that's under Machu Picchu, and that's where I spent the night at the hotel there. And I took some amazing pictures at that city, which is kind of cool. As great stuff. And then in the morning in la madrugada, I met with a tour guide because this friend of mine from out there, she set me up with a tour guide. I paid him $40. Again, great stuff. And the guide took me in the little pecera, little bus, all the way up to where we were going for Machu Picchu. What was
Oh, really?
trippy? Yeah, yeah. What was trippy about it, bro, is that I always thought that Machu Picchu estaba acá arriba, and Cusco estaba acá abajo. The opposite is actually what it is. Cusco está acá arriba, and Machu Picchu is at a lower elevation, which I
Oh,
thought was trippy because in my mind, again,
the way they picture it.
yeah, I had never been, but in my mind, my picture was Cusco's here. You go up to Machu Picchu, and then you go up to Machu Picchu. But no, it's not the case. But that
It's
train,
like when they
man,
promote LA.
eh?
It's like when they promote Las Vegas. I mean, Los Angeles. It's nice and peachy, but when you get there, you see all the people in the streets.
But it's amazing. Let me tell you again. I've said this before. If God permits, I want to go back to Machu Picchu
Yeah.
and Peru. Hopefully, maybe during the summer, and do a lot of the stuff that I didn't get to see. But let me tell you,
Have you ever
they
like thought about going to like Santiago and stuff? Chile.
yes, yes. Actually, Chile is me encanta Chile. Chile is going to be one of my next trips,
Yeah.
which I haven't done before. I just want to make sure that the COVID is a little bit less prevalent down there. In the
Yeah.
meantime, part of the problem with going to these countries is that their healthcare system isn't as great. So the care that they've had for a lot of the individuals out there, has been lackluster.
You know what you should do, bro? That South America tour in a scooter.
That would be something. I'll tell you. Right. I think that the part of the problem, Sam, is that they're so.
The scooter diaries instead of motorcycle diaries. The scooter diaries.
I think the problem is that there's so much forest out there, a lot of greenery. It's would be very very hard to get through one place to another with a scooter. With that said, let me tell you, "Ay, Marta Segura! I love you, Marta, the best real estate agent in the world." Let me tell you, I was thinking last night of buying me one of those big wheel scooters
Okay.
because, man, let me tell you, some of the streets here in Brownsville, bro. Let me tell, they're horrible. Gotcha,
You
bro.
gotta dodge them.
No, I literally have to do a little jump, like I have
Yeah.
to jump a little bit down here, down international. I mean, it's just crazy, crazy, crazy bad. And let me say, they finally put up the cascaron allá on international. That's where we had the coffee. I took a picture of it. I haven't posted it yet. I haven't figured out what I want to post with it. But pusieron el ese, and I was talking to Ramiro, Noralba's husband, this morning, and he was like, oye, ya pusieron el ese que querías que pusieran. I said, yes, it's great. Yes, I've been complaining about it for years. So yes, and a lot of people actually, I saw the post. A lot of people were saying like, well, thanks, Erasmo. because Erasmo's out there bitching about it. We know we're getting stuff here, which is very, very accurate.
Good. Like, but
Yeah,
it's bothersome that you have to be pushing people to do their job.
it sucks but we'll still do it. But with that said, again, and I told him, I said, yeah, the only issue is the timing. It should have been done better. The next thing that I want them to take care of, and I'm going to bitch about it, and I don't care because I've driven my scooter from here from the office to the coffee shop. When sometimes when it's good weather, and I've gotten here early enough, and that bike lane, Sam, that bike, this city is so bike lane, bike lane, bike lane. That bike lane on International Boulevard, Sam, está
Mhm.
horrible. I mean, do you drive a bike at all?
Do I bike?
Yeah.
No, I do that in national and state parks.
Well, because you got
But
Buckstone.
no, I haven't gone. I haven't like actually used the bike, and I've used the bike in Brownsville, not lately.
Well, if you ever have a chance, check out the bike lane. Check it out. The bike lane
Mm.
from the bridge all the way down to Brownsville Coffee Shop. It's horrible, bro. I mean, I cannot. Hey, Marta, thank you, Martita. I love you,
A la
Martita.
otra que me inviten, I'll check it out.
Yeah, well, let's go anytime. Actually, I have two scooters. I love you, Martita. Martita is the best real estate agent here in the whole valley. If anyone needs anything, please call Martita. Oh yes, Sam, I have two scooters. Come by and we'll go. We'll check it out, bro. It's horrible. And again, it is probably the one of the most used bike lanes in the city of Brownsville, I would say, because it serves our kids that come over from Matamoros that come in a bike. It also serves a lot of the people that work down International, because a lot of our kids that live in Matamoros, Sam, they work at Whataburger, they work at Taco Bell,
I see that when they come across with like the Burger King shirts and
yeah,
Whataburger
yeah,
shirts, Pizza
McDonald's
Hut.
shirts, and they work along the border because it's such an easy access for them.
Yeah,
And again, more power to my people out there. And I love my kids that live in Matamoros and come work here because they have to. Because even earning $8-9 that they earn at Whataburger, McDonald's, or the other places where they should be getting $15, este, that's a lot of money. That's a lot more money in Matamoros than it is here. But
yeah.
again, I want
But
them
it's
to be.
crazy, man, how some things are still the same price as over here when
Oh
you go
God,
shopping.
horrible. Yeah, it is horrible, and I feel
I got
feel
to
for a
Plaza
lot of
Fiesta, and it's now like
bro. I don't know how
okay,
people. I don't know how people do it. You know,
yeah,
it was like when I was living in Monterrey. People earn a minimum wage over their salary, which was like comes out to like maybe $100. No, not
we.
even a week. Maybe not even $100 a week. Y como que a la raza siempre tenía los carnes. Amazing. I don't know how the hell they did it, but
I
anyway,
don't know where you got that cabrito from.
yeah, se lo volaron. But let me tell you, my next fight is going to be to get that little bike lane fixed. I want that bike lane fixed because I want my kids, my
You know who you
students.
should talk to?
Mm,
Gowan. You're like
she's a piece
Twitch.
of she's a piece of crap. And no, I'm going to talk to John Cowan. I'm going to ask to meet up with John Cowan. And, he's a commissioner at large as well. And I'm going to say, because I'm not going to go out there and talk to Nerith Golonsky. She's a rata. I'm not going to go talk to Gowan. She's a piece of crap. So I'm going to go talk to John Cowan, the only commissioner I would probably date. Someone told me that when John heard that I had said that, they were going like, "Well." I'm still waiting for your call, John. No, just joking, John. It's all in jest, man. But I want him to look at that bike lane, and I want someone to do something about it because again, it is the most used bike lane in the city of Brownsville because on all the rest, hardly anyone's using. This is actually used by our students and by our workers who come to work here from Matamoros. I want it fixed. So that's going to be my next bitchy section. That one, and I still want sidewalks over there by Lopez High School. It's so dangerous, so dangerous. Let's get to the
It's so
comments.
ridiculous, man. How they cannot like, hey, you know what? Let's come to an agreement. Just go halves on the damn expenses and just get it done.
Just get it done. Hey,
As far
listen.
as like the sidewalk, the streets, and everything else.
Well, it's again, Sam. The mayor's coming out and boasting, "Oh, we've done this, and we're a great city." And we're the infrastructure that we need in order to be that
Yeah.
great city. We don't have it, and that they haven't improved. And we're going to talk about the mayor's comments in a little bit. Good morning, Amelia. Good morning.
'Cause I know people always bring out the whole like, "Whoa, that part of town doesn't pay that much taxes and this and that." But I'm like, dude, it's building, it's getting. There's more houses over there now, more schools,
Gotcha.
and you gotta have something sustainable over there.
Good morning, Big Daddy. Good morning. It's a beautiful morning. I can't say. Buenos dias, buenos dias, buenos dias, buenos dias. Let me tell you, I'm still eating the last cookie from my box, the Maritza. It's called Maritza Sweets. Guys, this is such a great idea. You again, I paid for these, so it's not like I got anything for free. And it comes with like
Finished all the
three.
icing first.
Well, what I did, I got it from my kids at church. It came with like three cookies and little icing things like this stuff here. And you ice your cookie, you put sprinkles on it, and it's a great cookie. It's a great thing. It's the and my kids really liked it. Now I got to figure out what I want to get them next week. Good morning, a cute little redhead. Some not so bright people missed the point on your post. That's that's the post that we're going to talk about a little bit. Let me come back to your comment real quick, Snoopy. Alex, Mama, and Alex. Saludos, Alex. My dear, so long no see. Good morning, guapetón. Gracias, mi amor. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Sam. Good morning, Mr. Worldwide. Well, I am now also called Mr. Afghanistan. Good morning, Chafiq. Good morning, Chafiq. Moa. Eat. Good morning. We'll get it done. Preach, sister. I love you. How are you doing today? I'm doing good, Tafiq. Hope you and all my brothers out there in Afghanistan are doing well. Love you, Papa. You are both seem very happy. Oh yeah, Sam is very gay. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Tafiq, good morning. Hey, gay means happy, Sam. Thanks for the bus
I
stop.
didn't
Said
say anything whatsoever.
there's a guy giving Trey applause emojis on his post, and I'm like, this wasn't really Trey's doing. It wasn't. He's a piece of crap. Uh, I agree with you, friend Elizabeth. She said the bus stops looks like a prison cell. I also agree with people saying let the art community beautify them. 100%. Tell it like it is. Asmo, so truth and honest. Preach, love you, sister. People use bike lanes as turning lanes. Ultimately, yes, 100%. I do. Because no one is using them. You know, we've got
You're like
great.
guilty as charged.
Yeah, it's me. I'm doing it. You know why? Because no one's using them, Sam. No
You're
one.
like, I'm people.
I'm people too. Oh, if you remember, you don't remember, right? Solving Green is people. No,
No.
guys, does anyone remember? Solving Green is people. Is it Solving Green? I think it's Solving Green is people. See if anyone remembers that while we finish. And Mayor Trey Mendez wants to start a GoFundMe account to help out for the loss of PUB. Can you get your audience to help him? He's out of his freaking mind. And we're going to talk about that actually. He's out of his mind. Good morning. Good morning. Corn! Hey, hi, man. Good morning. Good morning. Feel my cracking. There are bike lanes and also in Glory area. Well, we call them 30 lanes. Let me go back to Snoopy's comment. Some not so people missed the point of your post. Yeah, and I get it. Look, guys, this is the post that Snoopy is talking about. McAllen welcomes the new partnership between UTRGV and MD Anderson Cancer Center to bring a world-class cancer research center to give our community access to oncology services and treatments at the new UT Texas MD Anderson Center in McAllen. Guys, it's great. It is great that McAllen is getting this world famous, worldwide known cancer center servicing our individuals, our people here in the valley. Here, the issue is it's in McAllen. And again, more power to McAllen, guys. Why can't we have these things, Sam? Why? That's
It's
the
like that
question.
other UTRGV program that they have that they just opened in Harlingen, that behavior center.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was
And
it's
we
like no, it's like a neuroscience behavior center, something like that along those lines.
but
And
we
they're
have
actually looking for like people to like just call and swing by.
but we get nothing, Sam.
Yeah,
Honestly, we get nothing. And let me say, UTRGV, UT, UT, UTB, TSC, UTB was here first in Brownsville before it was in Harlingen, Sam.
before Pan America.
Before I don't care. It was here. And then they opened that little place in Harlingen, and now the one in Harlingen is blowing up, and we're still stagnant.
Yep.
When they were wanting to do that, oh no, UT Brownsville is going to be like, oh, it's going to be great, it's going to be wonderful. I told people it's not going to happen, folks. It's not going to happen. They're going to, and I said this, they're going to ship everything to McAllen. Their offices, administrative, everything is going to flow off to McAllen. And that's exactly what
Um,
happened.
and the top ones were the first ones to be transferred over there.
Okay?
Do you remember that the top people were the first ones to be transferred over there from Student Life?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna say any names though.
Say the names.
You're your best buddies, the ones in charge of Scorpion Scholars.
¿Cómo se llama? I can't remember his name. Martinez, no?
Yeah.
Martinez and the other guy, the
What
Vince,
happened to Solis?
Vince, right? Vince?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think got fired.
I thought he had just gotten transferred somewhere else,
I think
to
he
like a
did,
different university or something.
but I think something happened with a student or something like that. I can't remember. But
I don't know.
I said everything's going to go to McAllen, and it is. Everything's going to McAllen, and again, and you know what? People are going like, but my problem is, Sam, is this
Like, why is
mentality.
it stagnant?
Well, my problem is people, Sam, se conforman con tan poquito, Like, oh, it's great. We're getting something close by. Did you ever think that maybe you deserved a cancer center in Brownsville? You know? Why
Or
do
have it more centrally located in the valley?
or Harlingen at least? But even then, why not Brownsville, Sam? I mean, we were at the pinnacle of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Even with SpaceX here, we still don't even come close to getting a cancer center.
Yeah.
Why is it always McAllen? McAllen has everything.
They're still trying to build out that or trying to finish building or finish creating that DHR, right? That Renaissance.
Oh yeah, we're still waiting for DHR in Brownsville. I mean, it's supposed to come, but again, why don't we deserve great things in Brownsville? And that's my question to the people that are out there going like, "Oh, that's wonderful news. That's fine. Why don't you deserve something better? When is it your turn to get something better?" And part of the problem, Sam, is that we have such a handout mentality. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, please, sir, I want some more.
Because if you try to compare it to like the Houston, the medical center is centrally located compared to the city, and that's where
Yes,
it's supposed to be.
yes,
Like, everything medical is supposed to be like centrally located within the
yes.
metropolitan area.
Easy access for everyone.
Yeah.
But we are in Brownsville. We're like this. Please, sir, can I have some? Can I have a little bit? And that's really sucky, man. That people feel no self worth. That they're always going to be with their hand extended, be little beggars. And that's sad. Can I have a chicken plate, sir? Can you add rice to that chicken plate? What? No frijoles charros? When is that going to stop? Oh, can we get a grant from the federal government? Can we get a grant from the state? And I'm not saying don't get the grants, guys. Get all the money you can. Just use the resources wisely. Elon Musk, we're going to make a video for you because you're so wonderful. Thank you for all the money you've given us. Mendigos pediches, bro. We've become a culture of pediches. You know?
They even took a middle school class over there
Huh?
to the presentation with Starbase. They took a middle school bus over there.
We're creating a culture, a generation of pediches. You know? We're never going to get out of that little slumpy, sewery, seno little hole, mud hole in the ground because we're always going to be pediches. And part of the problem is we shouldn't be pediches because we have every natural resource any other city would love. The problem is that people like Trex Mendex and that corrupt political group, the Limas, the United Way, the BCIC, las politiqueras acá de la Cameron Park, they have my people fooled. That's the only thing that they deserve, to be pediches. You know, it's true to be pediches, con la mano extendida. That's gimme, gimme, gimme. That's why they were out there kissing the butt of Elon Musk. Elon kissing the butt of Elon. And Sam, what's really trippy? There was elected officials out there kissing the butt of Elon Musk.
Wouldn't doubt it.
The,
And
the
Boston used to be like, dude, it's in a good location. You're right next to a border town, like to a Mexican city, and you're right next to a beach, and you're right next to an island, and you're right next to a port.
Sam, we have every natural resource anyone out there could want. Now, the other thing, Sam, I mean, what happened to the people that had vision in the city?
Yeah.
Like the vision of maybe creating an amusement park, down the Migoland Mall. This is a theme park plan back in 1970 to be built in 19 to be started to be built in 1972. This was at the Migoland Mall, Amigoland on the Rio Grande. This was scheduled for Brownsville, Aztec land. Can you imagine, Sam? This is the
But
vision.
but
The
you know
photo.
what? The only thing with that, if that would have been built, like in nowadays, the cancel culture would have like had a field day with them with that
Oh,
Aztec land.
oh yeah, appropriation of heritage or something.
Yeah,
But this, Sam, is vision. You
yeah,
know, this is
something.
vision. It's something
Yeah,
because Brownsville at that point back then in the 50s,
it was
60s,
blooming.
it was booming, bro. Brownsville was booming. It was the number one city in the valley, man. McAllen era un mendigo rancho, bro. Era puro monte. No era nada. McAllen was nothing, guys. Back in the 50s, 60s.
Like they were nothing. What made them big is all the people coming from Monterrey and shopping there.
Yeah, but someone had vision back there.
Yeah,
And this I could have easily seen built over there in McAllen, and it would have been a hit. But
didn't they
McAllen
get
did.
that water park?
Yes,
Wasn't
I
that
think
around that area? That water park that
I can't
lasted
remember.
a
It was
couple of
that
years.
area. But Sam, they get everything. And what's really trippy about McAllen, Sam, is that what's really trippy about McAllen is yes, Dr. Zavaleta's right. Brownsville was sold out by the leadership. It's 100% right. But you know what? It's the el problema, Sam, is McAllen doesn't even have a bridge, Sam. Did you know that?
Yeah,
McAllen doesn't have a bridge. It's
in
inside.
Hidalgo.
It's Hidalgo, and you got one up there in Mission, on Saldua's bridge. You
Yeah,
got a far bridge. We don't have a McAllen bridge. It's an Hidalgo bridge, not a McAllen bridge. But
yeah.
still, they eat our lunch.
It's
I
like
mean,
crossing Matamoros to go all the way to Harlingen. That's how long it takes, more or less. No, like about one of those 10-minute drive,
yes,
15
yes.
minute
It,
drive.
it takes you a good 50. Yeah. And especially because that little street really sucks. It really sucks because you have to go like 20 miles an hour, which I don't. But, I just don't. I hate it. And it's a speed trap. But let me tell you, it's the McAllen. McAllen, Sam, they're bright. And you mentioned Monterrey. They had direct flights from McAllen to Monterrey, back and forth. You know, and then Harlingen started to go like, "Hey, man, we need some of that pie too." You know what Harlingen did? Let's start getting flights from Monterrey to Harlingen, which you do. My dentist, when we came back from Rome, my dentist flew out from Harlingen to Monterrey. Where's Brownsville?
I was about to tell you. Siempre al último.
Well, they haven't even started, Sam. Haven't even started.
Weren't
Considering
they gonna have like a straight flight to Cancun, Brownsville?
no,
I know they
nothing.
mentioned it. I know they mentioned it.
But it's part of that. Well, we're going might have this. We never have it. And you know what?
Yeah.
And this is part of the problem, people, because okay, we está bueno. McAllen is powerful because of Monterrey. It's true because Monterrey is the richest city per capita, the richest city per capita of all Latin America.
Yeah.
San Pedro, the richest city per capita in all Latin America. And that's fine. McAllen caters to them. Sam, everyone knows that Monterrey owns 80%, 90% of the island.
Oh, the island.
You know what the name of our airport is, Sam?
South Padre.
Brownsville South Padre Island
Yeah.
International Airport. So you would
Do they
think,
contribute to anything? No.
no, you would think that people from Monterrey, when they're coming to their condominiums in Brownsville, you would think that, hey, man, pues let me go to Brownsville. Porque me queda más corto el viajecito para mi condo. You know? You would think. But no, if they're going to fly, and most of them drive their Mercedes Benz and Ferraris down here, but
Yeah.
you would think that anyone that wants to fly in, they'll not come. They don't want to come to Brownsville. They'll go to Harlingen.
It's because it's still located the middle of nowhere. There's nothing commercial over there. Like I mentioned, it's not centrally located or convenient to anybody.
No, but Sam, but there's ways. Yes, there's ways to cater to the people from Monterrey. We've done
Yeah.
nothing, Sam. And look, I've told you, I've driven down. I speed like a crazy man. I'm going 100, 120 miles an hour down La Autopista. I'm not even joking. I am down La Autopista going to Monterrey, and coming back, Sam. I've seen two signs, and I should take a picture of them, but I'm driving
Well,
so fast.
McAllen?
Well, two signs from Weslaco, bro. Weslaco. You know, catering to people from Monterrey, and one sign for McAllen. And
'Cause
again,
I remember talking to my cousins, and their friends were like, "Oh, well, my dad shops in McAllen. They shop in the outlets. They're always talking about shopping over here, shopping." Um, but you never hear them say anything about like Brownsville or anything like that.
never, bro.
It's not existent.
They did with their terminal bus terminal.
Mhm.
They super size it.
Yeah.
And they got all this little business around it where people like get off the bus and they'll chop around and then they can go to Monterrey, Mexico, whatever.
It's true. I mean, our bus terminal, well, we built this big old bus terminal. Now, the only thing it's good for is for illegal aliens. Am I wrong, Sam? That's all.
Hobos, they hang around there.
Yeah, it's only good for illegal aliens, guys. That's what our bus terminal, and this is what's so trippy. Our city has become a sanctuary city because our leadership, our Brownsville leadership, has sold us out. Have sold us out, guys. Brownsville is a sanctuary city. I don't care what the mayor says. I don't care what the commissioner says. It's a sanctuary city. Our bus terminal, which is a beautiful bus terminal right here, beautiful bus terminal, is an illegal alien bus terminal. Because the parking garage that's across the street that was supposed to service the bus station is an illegal alien COVID-19 positive hub. That's what it is. I mean, yesterday I walked over from Matamoros to Brownsville. I walked over because the line was so long. And let me tell you, man, on that little walk, bro, I ran into some of the nurses, dressed in blue, coming out of the illegal alien parking garage that they've now taken over, bro. and they look at me and they like como que agachan la cabeza, like I hope that he doesn't take a picture of us. You know, like they know. And again, it's nothing against the nurses; they're doing their job. Nothing against the nurses. We have become a sanctuary city, a city of pediches, a city that people are like, oh, can we get another grant, Elon? Can we get another little grant, please? Please? Here's a
Yeah,
video.
that McAllen Airport has like 9 direct flights to like mostly like to the United States and 3 of them to Mexico, and Brownsville only has like 2 direct flights to Houston and Dallas.
But again, Sam, again, going back into we got sold out, and Dr. Savaleta's 100% correct. We got sold out. We were the gem of the valley, Sam. We
Yeah,
had the airport. We had the Amelia Earhart Charles Lindbergh Airport, Sam. That's what we had in Brownsville. We never banked on it, because the bank was going into the pockets of the politicians. We never banked on it. The Amelia Earhart.
like they banked on it.
Oh,
It was just it wasn't us.
yeah,
It
people
wasn't the
banked.
people.
It was just the La Ratas allá at City Hall. Amelia Earhart, Charles Lindbergh here. I'm right. Charles Lindbergh was here,
Wasn't
bro.
there that issue before about those direct flights that never had any seats of like
Fly
sold?
Frontera. We fought against Fly Frontera, but Fly Frontera. And let me say, guys, again, not everything that shines is gold, guys. And that was one of those things that we were able to catch. We stopped Fly Frontera, guys. We stopped the city of Brownsville pocketing more millions and millions and millions of dollars, guys, because it was a non-existent airline, non-existent. It was Carlos Quintanilla, who then went out there and bashes Erasmo every chance he gets. Now I think he's in jail because of child support. I don't care; doesn't matter to me. But we stopped that fake airline because that's the only thing we get. Crap. We only get crapped on because we're pediches. Elon, thank you, Elon. You've been so wonderful to us, Elon. I'm not joking. They made a video. They made no, they made a video.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you're doing so funny.
oh, Elon, we were so wonderful, Elon. Oh, we love you. You've been so good to us. Can we have another grant so that Trey could put more money in his pocket? Mendiga gente pediche, bro. That's all we have. And you know what? My issue is again, I want all the money to come to Brownsville, all the grants, everything. I want all that to come to Brownsville, but I want to stand up at a posture of power because we have natural resources. We have that which Elon needs and wants. Why do we have to bend over and take it in the rear? Why? When are we getting out of that mentality? Why does McAllen have to get everything? When are we getting a cancer center? When are we getting UTRGV offices, administrative offices? When? Where is that Amigo land, Aztec land mentality that existed before? And let me tell you that Aztec land mentality came because we were the diamond of the valley, Brownsville. We were the gem of the valley. That is why Gladys Porter invested in the zoo because Brownsville was Brownsville.
Or what was that other town called? I know it was Baghdad, and it got like rained over because of the hurricane. But that was when they were also in their prime, no? Like when they had Baghdad, when it was all the cotton time,
Well, yeah.
and they brought a bunch of
Right
people
about
over.
that? Yeah, well, we had everything, man. But again, we didn't learn. We didn't learn to bank on our resources, and we couldn't bank on our resources. We couldn't bank on our resources because the politicians they sold us out. Our leadership sold us out. They continue to sell us out. They pocket the resources that should go to you, to me, to your children, bro, to your children, and that's what pisses me off.
I heard a rumor.
But it's crazy because you have to be dealing with like stuff that the city's doing behind closed doors, and then having to deal with the BISD dealing with behind closed doors, and then PUB as well. It's just a never ending battle with all the like little trying to get their own slice and then just giving out crumbs.
Oh yeah. I heard a rumor like years ago that Dallas Cowboys wanted to do a spring training camp around here, the valley, and They were gonna put like a stadium, and they didn't allow it because of I don't know what happened with the permits.
I don't remember about that.
But
Maybe
I'm gonna say like over there in McAllen and Far, they built a stadium, HEB Stadium, and then you got the other one,
Bird Ogden.
yeah, where they play soccer like that Liga Mexicana, like the America and
Yeah,
Monterrey and all those. I mean those
yeah.
people.
That they play soccer in the HEB stadium.
Yeah, and then there's another one, the Burt Rogan, right? That one.
Bird Ogden. The
Yeah.
Vipers.
So I don't know what happened to all that thing that they're gonna do like some sort of a
We get
training
nothing.
camp.
We was
That's
downtown
awesome.
yesterday. I sad to see old lamps being replaced. Not to mention the traffic they're creating during the day. So where are the beautiful old ones going? To the trash. I mean, the same thing happened with the sign that I have here in my office. They threw it in the trash. It cost you, Gilberto, $150,000. It's sitting at my office. $150,000,
And it's now worth a quarter million.
and it's just sitting in my
That's what we're
office.
gonna value at.
But nobody come to steal from my office. I mean, it's right there. And this is beautiful. Like those old street lamps were beautiful. This
Yeah.
lo tiraron a la basura.
They should
threw
like,
this away.
I guess, reuse it, like to have it like inside the buildings, like the one from downtown, right there in St. Charles, the city building.
Yeah.
Like if they had one of those like in the middle, that'd be nice.
I don't know. But again, this city, in order to pocket more money, will do away with good stuff, and we get nothing. Las líderes de Carmen Park, ratas, politiqueras. Those people are all dead or in jail. Yeah. Super Splash. Oh yes, that's what it was. I think it was. I mean, you've said it before as well. A lot of businesses decide not to build in Browns because of how things are. So they opt. Yes, 100%. Again, the example is Red Mango. Red Mango was there in Pablo Quisel, where Mocambo is now, which
Yeah.
is good food, but I don't know when they're ever open. But let me say, they had to go to. I mean, they had one in McAllen, and they told me, Erasmo, we just can't in Brownsville. We've got to go back to McAllen. We're not doing anything
They
in
have a
Brownsville.
whole lot of red tape, and then you have to do a whole lot of like, I guess, kickbacks to them, to the whoever the inspectors. Because I know with the whole health inspectors, when like in the county, it's like real shady.
I'll be
What was this guy's name?
who?
El de the one the section for Ryan.
Oh,
What doesn't come out in the menu?
the food. The
Yeah.
I can't remember. Somebody's got to remember. I can't remember. I'll be using the Brownsville Airport tomorrow. Food for thought? No.
No, food for thought is when they did good.
Oh, I'll be using the Brownsville Airport tomorrow. Eager to see what it looks like. Shut up.
Las Vegas again?
Este vato, I don't know how he's always traveling and eating at Prime Crisp or Ripe Crisp and everything. I don't know. He still takes my $20 to go get food and doesn't bring me change. Maybe it's all that change that he's collected from all that money that he's didn't bringing back the change. He's able to fly out and be fancy.
You got to gather all them points. Hey, but you know what's gonna bring back Brownsville?
Mm.
That huge pink sign they painted.
The mural, the pink Pepto wall.
Yes.
All right, take my place. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Hey,
Talk to the primo for a bit. I gotta
How's it going, Sam?
what's up, man?
Hey, yesterday we had a pretty good show, man. We went
Rent
fast.
in a chair? You know, no, not.
Yeah. No, I'm keeping myself like a mystery, muscle intern, because I don't want to get that much famous, and then deja tú
Oh, trust me, you don't get famous with this show.
luego me brincan, ando allá afuera y dice, hey, dice, tú andabas con Erasmo, le digo, pues depende, si te debe dinero, pues no, sí.
Bro, I used to get that a lot, like from family members. They're like, "Oh, you're this person's brother or this person's
Yeah, I
cousin." I'm
know.
like, what are you talking about?
Hey,
You gotta clarify first.
one time I was in the store and this old guy was telling me a bunch of stuff, bad stuff, like, hey, don't tell that to me. Go on, He's over there downtown, man. Giving the address and everything. They go and talk to him.
Like I ain't no messenger.
Yeah, Leo, it's not my fault, dude. But it's because when you tell the truth, man, I mean, you're gonna offend a lot of people because sometimes we don't want to really realize uh, which where we're standing. Like that as a community, sometimes we we think we're okay, but honestly, there's something wrong. I mean, with the
Yeah, like as soon as you start affecting people's pockets, you gotta get on the bad
exactly,
side.
yeah, exactly, because they don't want to.
But
You
it's
know,
something that's supposed to be going for like the common, I guess the Commonwealth. I don't know if that's a correct term, but it's supposed to be for everybody. Like
yeah,
even like this guy that says like todos parejos o todos rabones.
yeah. I mean, that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Like be fair. I mean, put the information out there, like for other small businesses to flourish. Because
But you know what we did, man? Like I remember in at UTB what we did when we first started, like one of the years, we asked all the students, like, hey, you know what's something you want to change about this college or this university, and
yeah,
they gave us a whole lot of lists, be it with administration, be it with something physical building, or be it with
yeah,
anything. And they gave us a whole list, and we just pretty much prioritize them,
yeah.
and we
There you go.
distribute it between the people. Like take care of these things,
Yeah,
and that's how you share the workload. And get things
yeah,
done. That way, it's not just like the same thing over. Like, oh well, 20 years later, here's a bus stop, here's a chair
yeah. I
that you've
think
been asking for.
there has to be a balance. Somehow we have to balance things out. I mean, in order if we want to move forward.
You have to have
Yeah.
balance.
Yeah.
And I had to go take a pee.
You wash your hands.
No,
Oh man.
I don't wash my hands
Don't,
because
don't go and shake the hand of this guy.
has Brazil lost its identity? Yes, because Brownsville started to lose,
But
starting to
don't
lose,
forget, they added and beyond now.
and beyond.
Beyond.
Brownsville started to lose everything that made Brownsville Brownsville. And look, it's very simple. Gilberto was making mention of the street lamps. I mean, we just changed those street lamps 5 years ago. But even then, you look at the old pictures and the street lamps that we have, what we used to have, they resemble the street lamps back from the day. And it fit the motif of restoring Brownsville. But they had to go spend the money on something. So they decided to spend the money on stuff that we just don't need. But part of the issue is you go back and look at how and look and go back and look. And Brownsville Station has a lot of great pictures. Go back and look at what downtown looked like 50 years, no, 70 years ago. 70, 60 years ago, and look at it now. Go look at Charo Days parades 60, 70 years ago, and look at them now. Look at Christmas decorations downtown 50, 60, 70 years ago, and look at them now, Sam.
Yeah.
And we are in decay. We are in decay, guys. We are worse now than we were 50, 60, 70 years ago. And that's a shame because
We
it's
need
not
to bring back Woolworth.
Crest, Woolworth. No, but those were stores, Sam. We traded Woolworth and Crest for Chinitos, and that's just really very, very unfortunate. We started to lose our identity. Mateo's completely right. We had the zoo, and that made Brownsville Brownsville. What has happened to the zoo? We lost our identity. We had the airport. We've lost it. We used to have people that cared about Brownsville. Now people are peasants. Now people are pediches. Now people are, oh, Mr. Musk, you've done so good for us. Do good for yourself. Do good for your children. Stand up to anyone and everyone out there that wants to take over your city. Everybody else is eating our lunch. Everyone. And the mayor seems to think that it's easier to place blame on everyone except accepting blame for himself. It's easier. It's easy to blame the Governor Abbott. Well, what has the state done? Screw you, Mayor. What have you done? Sam, why do I care? but he wants to deflect. You saw the post. He
Yeah.
wants to deflect. So it's the, what I wonder what the state legislature have done. Shut up, you stupid man. You stupid small short man. What have you done? You know, we can't control what the state does. We can't control what ERCOT does, man. What have you done for the people of Brownsville to better prepare us for a freeze if it were to come?
And
How
then
have
when the
you
city
better?
does something, he tries to take credit for it for
Do
the
what?
3 bus stops.
Oh,
Well, there's one in coffee shop now. Primo. You saw that? Brand new.
But I think that's what they always do. Like when something good happens, they'll take the credit for it. They'll find a way to take credit for it. But it's something the people are complaining about, they'll figure out a way how to, like, oh well, in reality, it lands on these people and this and that. They'll try to deflect it real quick.
Yeah, I mean, you have to fix the real issues, man. I mean, that was really, really, you know, hurting the community.
it's just unfortunate. It's just very sad. The Brownsville sign you have in your office doesn't go with their vision, the BTX5. This is Brownsville. And again, anyone out there that wants to come by, stop by and look at this is Brownsville. That BTX is not. Again, and I will put any amount of money, Sam, on the line. Any amount of your money, of course, on the line. If we put up Trey Mendes' sign versus my sign, actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put my sign and Trex Mendes' sign next to that side by side, and I'm going to let people vote. What better represents Brownsville?
Go for it. I dare you.
No, I'm going to do it. I just
Do it as a poll. That way it gets shared all over the place, and we'll see how many votes they get.
no, but of course Trex is going to go like, well, it's just people being negative. Skateland, Super Splash, Amigo Land, gone. Yes, this Brownsville. Remember Skateland? Oh, you probably don't, Sam. You remember Skateland?
Was that the one down Boca Chica?
No, it was down
Yeah, no.
Price Road before getting to Hannah.
No. I went to a skating rink, but it was down Boca Chica, I think.
No, I don't think they ever had one. Oh, maybe they did. I can't remember.
In Boca Chica, yeah.
The city planners in McAllis did their job well. They put their mall next to their airport to easy access and connect their downtown to other business. Brownsville in the wrong location, 100%. You mentioned that, Sam. And the first thing you see coming into Brownsville is a flea market. Our city planners did not do a good job. No, there is. Georgina is correct.
Yeah.
Because we lost vision.
Strategy. That's strategy.
Can you imagine, Sam, an Aztec land over there on that side of Brownsville? I mean, we would have banked, bro. Banked.
A lot of jobs.
Like
Heard
right
your-
there where they're planning to do that arena on 100 and frontage. It's Puro Monte, and it's still Brownsville.
I heard our VFW is not doing well. Why doesn't the city help them out with Mr. Musk's funding?
It's not in downtown.
It's not downtown. It doesn't make them money, and they don't care about our veterans. They don't. And again, this is what pisses me off about all these little Rotary clubs and all these other stuffs. They don't help me put pressure on local leaders. The Knights of Columbus, for goodness sakes, guys, I want some help from you all. Some help, because you know I'm right. I've talked to several of y'all. Y'all know that I'm right. You may not like the way I deliver stuff. I don't care. But you know I'm right. You know we're getting screwed. Dr. Zavaleta stated it because he has guts. Dr. Zavaleta is the only one who has balls enough to come out and say they are screwing us over. This is Dr. Tony Zavaleta, guys, an icon in the city of Brownsville. And the only one who isn't afraid to say they failed us. I would dare say that Dr. Zavaleta is probably the brightest, the smartest elected official that we have. No Skateland was on Central Boulevard and became Cowboys nightclub. Oh, that was another one. But Skateland was on Price Road, wasn't it, guys? Cindy, right there before Hannah,
I never skate, so
right?
I never skate.
No, I think that it went from there to Central Boulevard. I think you're younger than me, Cindy, because I remember it being on Price Road, and then it might have gone to Central, but by then I'd already broken my wrist and my foot, so I didn't want to go back. I didn't go back skating after I broke that.
Le dejaste caer todo el peso.
Well, it's kind of. I've always been one of those guys that I can't. Y ahí voy mocos, perro.
Yeah. The next one says it was on Price.
Yeah, it was on Price Road. I would walk from Rockwell Apartments, 100%. That's what I remember.
And those Rockwell apartments have been there for ages.
Oh, okay. The first one was on. Then you're older than me. Then you're older than me. An arena. Thanks for the compliment. I love you, mi amor. An arena in the shape of a star observatory next to Amigoland Mall, used for sports, music, and shelter, would be wonders for the downtown. It would be too. It would. I love you, mi amor. But this game, I remember it on Price Road. Love you, Cindy.
Please vote for us.
Can we
Still
still be,
vote.
can we still be friends? Asking for a friend. Este, I'm going to go visit with my dentist tomorrow. No. See? I'm going to go visit with my dentist tomorrow. We'll have the show in the morning. After that, I'm scheduling out to Monterrey and going to go spend the afternoon in Monterrey. Going to plan to visit some people out there that that lost a loved one. You know, right, that Pete lost his dad.
Yeah.
You remember Hermano Saldaña, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Kind of.
Bible question. Bible question.
Bible question for Sam.
Before you leave.
Freezing. Como Roman, se está congelando.
Oye, quédate así como Roman.
Yeah, bro.
I bendigo Roman. You've got to love Roman, guys. And let me tell you, when some
You know who I sorry to interrupt. You know who they told me I thought it was the older guy, Gorena, the one that was missing.
Oh yeah, yes, that Robinson.
Yeah, like I was like, my sister was telling me about him, and I'm like, the Gorena last name rings a bell, but I don't remember Robinson.
You don't remember the Gorenas?
I remember Gorena from like the Price Road, I think.
Well, let me tell you, yeah, because they went off. They were used to be with us. Then the mom was kind of loony.
I don't know. I just remember the Gorena last name, like one or two of them. And then my sister was like, no, he's a younger one. Because I kept on saying, like, no, people who, like, I guess wander off when they have, like, I guess, start getting dementia or something. But he's like, dude, he's 40 something.
He's in his 40s, bro. I remember Robinson because Robinson, a nice little kid, he was always respectful to me. I'm nothing. His mom was always nice to me, too. Kind of a little bit on the loony side. But I liked her. They used to live over there by Scheidler.
But that was kind of like the norm, like in Tyler and Price. You gotta have a little bit of the loony people there in church.
And it's trippy
We're
because
the same anyway.
it's,
I mean,
it's true.
There,
But it's trippy is that everyone.
I'm not gonna say names because they're related to us.
We bunch of cousins over there, and
No, but everyone at Price Road Church of Christ, they're loony. Loony,
hey, my
loony.
wife
loony.
goes there, man.
She's loony.
Hey, my kids go there.
They're
Not everyone.
loony. No, they are loony, man. It's like because I think the problem with Price Road Church of Christ, and they don't like me anyway, so I don't care. The problem with Price Road Church of Christ is that they started off being a bunch of gringos, because back then, back 50, 60, 70 years ago, gringos were in power in Brownsville.
Farmers.
So what happened is that Price Road was full of gringos, And it was the Gringo Church. We all knew that, Sam. And all the
Yeah.
Mexicans came to be with us. And then all of a sudden, like every so often, one of the Mexicans got ticked off here, Tyler. They would go out there to Price Road. And what's trippy about it is, the Gringos didn't like them. They didn't want them there. You know,
Yeah.
they just went over. Y ahí de acoplados, like, aquí estoy, and they stood out like a damn sore thumb because traían el nopalote en la frente and it was full of gringos, you know? But that's when you don't fit in, bro. You don't fit in, you don't fit in. Mexicans should.
Because they had like their rich Hispanics, but you can
Well,
still
the people that
differentiate.
thought that they were rich Hispanics. And then what happens is that every time someone like all got into a discussion here at the church, allá iban. So they got all the crap.
That's an offensive language. Censor it.
Yeah, let's erase that part, Sam. They got all the leftovers. They got all the people that we didn't want. They would go over there. Well, what happened is the gringos don't know how Mexicans are, and this is what's really trippy. Gringos should have learned, from what
They're
happened.
loud singers.
Yeah, they should have learned as to what happens everywhere else. And Christ Church of Christ didn't learn. Well, all of a sudden, all these woke Mexican. Oh, and if you're on YouTube, like that channel before I start saying what I'm going to say. So YouTube, cheese like before I. And if you're
You
from
know you can unclick it too, right?
if you're from Christ Road Church of Christ, please like it before you. But what happens is, Sam, then the Mexicans, slowly they started to grow in number because Mexicans, you know about this, Sam, because you got 5 kids. Mexicans produce, bro. They have like huercos coming out of the butt. Boom, 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 boom. And what happened is that all the
Unlike, unlike.
well, the Mexicans started to take over in Price Road, and you had like it was equal
They
amount.
even got like they even had their own little section, but because they had the English
Yes.
morning service and they had the Spanish morning service.
Now they've taken over. I mean, they're
And
they're
I think
preachers are
for
Mexican.
like the actual preaching, it was together. Even though some people who were in Spanish didn't know a single word in English, but they would just be there because of the Lord's Supper.
Yeah,
You
well,
know,
and what happens now is that now the
I
preacher,
remember that was like back in 95, 96.
well, now the preacher is Mexican, but he's one of those Mexicans that thinks he's a gringo. You know, he's one of those. Oh, I speak English, and I don't dislike Israel. I
Oh
mean,
God, it's just like the guy from San Antonio. I'll tell you later.
Sammy,
Huh?
Sammy, or can
No. There was a guy that got kicked out from a church in San Antonio, but he was all like
well,
loony as well.
well, the other one, Sammy Gonzalez, the one that was a preacher's son in San Benito, Eligio Gonzalez's son.
Oh no, I didn't
Sammy
know
went
that.
to Abilene and they kicked him out because he started to bring a guitar into the worship service. They're like, "Vámonos, perrito." And I love Sammy's. Let me tell you, Sammy. I mean, I don't keep in touch with him, but I love Sammy. Then Sammy now is one of those co-pastors at Max Lucado Community Church, which is a different story. But going back to Price Road, so they could hate me a little bit more.
Because this gets interesting.
What happened is all these people started to go, and then we started to get rid of all the trash and send them over there. And they got stuck with a bunch of trashy Mexicans who now, make the majority. But what's trippy about this is what's trippy about Price Road Church Christ. And sorry guys, I don't know why I started to talk about it, but this is what's trippy about them is because now the Mexicans are in a majority. The Mexicans are in the majority, but the gringos still control their butt because the gringos have learned that the Mexicans are part of the Brownsville culture. They'll accept trash, they'll accept crumbs, and they're always going to be with their hand out, como pediches, como pediches. And while the gringos control the purse there at Price Road Church of Christ, because they still make up the majority of the elders out there. They're always going to have those Mexicans that are pediches.
Do it, primo. Do
Can I have some, please? You're so great.
I love it, Sam. I love it.
Because those Mexicans, your cousin, I'm Erasmo's best friend, and we were so good together. Shut up. We went home, we hold hands and take pictures. Shut up. Those people, they think that they're gringos, They're not. They're Mexicans.
Oh my goodness.
And the Mexicans should be benefiting, helping out the rest of the people that are stuck over here, but they don't because they're pediches, limosneros, and they're always going to be out there with their hand extended. And that's what's unfortunate because it's a sad situation. And unfortunately, that mentality is what exists in all the city of Brownsville. Somos una cultura de pediches, que le queremos lamber las nachas a quien nos tire $1. And that's unfortunate. That's why Elon Musk, Elon Musk is not stupid, Sam. That's why Elon Musk chose Brownsville because we're the stupidest people in all the state of Texas. And that's
Can I have $1, primo?
no.
I can get what you bought.
And that is why we are the poorest city.
For $1.
No. That is why we're the poorest city, Sam. The poorest city in the country. We're the fourth least educated. And we're the hub of political corruption here, where even the state Democratic chair has stated that there is election fraud and nothing will ever change because people are still pediches. Sorry.
I'm sorry, guys. We couldn't do the question of the Bible question. The show is already over. Until tomorrow.
No, but I like the people at Price Road Church Christ. I like them as much as they like me. And again, guys, with me, and they know me. With me, there's no gray area. You like me or you dislike me, and I don't care. It's unfortunate. But the issue, they may hate what I say. They just can't disprove it because it's truth.
Okay.
VFW has always had trouble. Yeah, I agree. City has helped the VFW in the past. Maybe. There was a bowling alley on Central. Yes, there was a bowling alley on Central. There was a bowling alley over here on Security Drive as well. We've just lost everything. We don't have anything.
We lost Straight Shot too.
We lost Straight Shot on Price Road. That was on Price Road too, Cindy.
There were several things. There were several things in there in Price, But like you said, man, there's like a lot of they start putting a lot of red tape on things, so it's difficult to start a business. Even McAllen was even I want to say a couple 2 months.
You said
back.
that. I didn't say that. You said that.
Okay, I said that, and then 2 months back, McAllen was actually giving out grants to people who wanted to start a business.
Oh, here the only people that get the grants are the mayor and the Limas.
No, and I know. Well, over there it was just like for everybody because it was like level playing field.
Here doesn't.
Over here is just if I know you, I'll give it out to you.
And that's an excellent point. McAllen gives incentives to people to go up there. The city of Brownsville gives incentives to the mayor, to Ramiro Gonzalez, to the Limas, to the compadres.
Trying to get a grant to pay off the loan to buy the building.
That's why we're
gratis.
That's why we're so screwed, bro. That's why we're screwed. Guys, have a great day. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. If you still believe in all that crap, I'm done with all that crap. Guys, have a beautiful one. And if you're from Price Road Church of Christ, I'm just joking. Please don't come crying to Dad. We'll see you tonight at 9 p.m. Have a great day. Be good to each other, and please continue to be good to me. God bless.